Over the last 4 years, I've built Notion systems for more than 200 agencies. Almost every one of them showed up with the same problem. They didn't have a scalable system. You might find databases taken from 10 of templates, but none of them is connected. And this causes lots of manual work, confusion, and waste of time. I built a system that fixes everything. Databases to automated AI agents running the business without being involved. It is time for you to sit down, map your own workflows before you do anything inside Notion. And in this video, I'll show you 3 things. The databases to manage your leads, clients, and projects, the AI automations that replace manual work, and a custom client portal built with Claude Code. Now let's dive in. Right now we're in Notion, and the first thing that I'm going to walk you through is the home dashboard. We are using like Notion dashboard, so you can have like graphs and charts that display all of your data based on the databases that you have in your Notion. In this example, we have like the total clients that we have, the number of leads that we have, and we have like filters upon each one of them. And we're using the same database when it comes to clients and leads. So clients is just a filtered view of closed and won deals from the leads database. So we don't have like a database overload in our Notion workspace. We have, for example, the total pipeline value that we have right now. We can also add like custom filters to it. We have the value per stage, the deal value per stage once again. And we have the number of projects per client. These are just examples that we've added so we can show you like how it looks like. The tasks and the lead intake graph that shows you how many leads you're getting a day or a week or a month, depends on your graph setup. Now, when it comes to the left sidebar, we have what we call like quick action buttons, and this is what allows you to add like new projects, new tasks, new files. And we have the navigation system that allows you to move across pages. We have a CRM page, which have like the CRM database, the main database. And we can customize like the whole statuses, and this depends on the lead flow and how you operate internally. And this is just to give you an idea about what's possible inside Notion. We have a section here that allows you to have like details that gets captured using a form, which I'm going to show you in a moment. We have an automation that generates PDF for the proposals, which I'm also going to show you live. And if you notice, like only the leads that are closed and won are the same, going to be showing up like inside the client's database or the client's view, as you can see. And this is the form that we're going to be using to capture all of the leads that we have. And once you do that, then once a lead is closed at the client, you decide to add projects, assign tasks to them. You can add like a couple of automations like onboarding tasks or offboarding tasks or tasks per service. This really depends on your flow, as I've explained. And you can only do that like using just Notion options is enough. Like Notion has its own native automations that allows you to do all of these things. And then we have the tasks related to the projects. As I've explained, each project is going to have its own tasks and the same exact logic for the documents that can be related to the leads or to the client's database. And this also depends on your flow. Okay, now that I have presented the whole system for you, I'm going to show you the whole flow from lead capturing, how an AI agent is going to be helping me set up like a draft for a proposal, and of course, how I generate like proposal PDFs before I send them to my clients, and exactly how I can create like projects and tasks. And also at the end, I'm going to show you a live dashboard portal that the clients can use and log in using their email and custom passwords that are set up like in the client's database, and even send comments for you like using the app. Okay, so starting off with the lead intake. As you know, like Notion allows you to make Notion forms with custom fields, and then you can also like share them publicly, as you can see. So I'm just going to use that right here so I can show you like a live lead capture. So once I do that, I'm just going to put in the name of the lead. For example, I'm just going to put in my name, company name, email, the industry. I'm just going to do other, the source, form, for example. All of these fields are customizable using Notion forms. And then the services, let's say I'm looking for automation. So once I submit here, this is going to be adding myself into the CRM database, as you can see. And once I do that, this is supposed to trigger an AI agent, which is called brief generator. So the brief generator is an agent that gets triggered. And for the triggering, we have two ways of triggering that agent. Now, I personally prefer to mention the agent instead of like a new lead that is being added to the CRM database. So if I go here and I just go into the comment section here below, I can just tag that agent, which is called brief generator, as you can see. And this is going to allow the Notion custom agent to start working on that specific person. Now, if I open here, you'd find like all of the steps, but if I open the instruction is pretty simple. It is supposed to go over all of the leads intake form and suggest like a proposal that we can turn into a PDF using an automation that I've built. So right now it is just going to be adding in like an example, if that makes sense, like nothing taken seriously. So it's going to be taking all of the information and add it into the Notion page. And this is the result. And as I've said, this is just an example based on the lead intake that you have. Now you can add like custom fields and you can have like a whole trained AI agent that just looks at all of the client's requirements and what they need and set up like an exact proposal. And you can just go ahead and add your own notes if needed. The agent is also going to be taking like all of the information that they added and give you a comment here, as you can see, with the example as approved. I'm just going to remove the comments for now, but you can add like your own notes, as I've said. Now, if I click on generate proposal, but before that, I'm just going to add like a deal value. So the AI agent suggested like a 6,000 in the brief. So if I go ahead now and click on generate proposal, this is supposed to generate a PDF. And this is built, I've built this like using Claude Code and Vercel. And this is the result example. Now you can just go ahead and download this and send it to the client. You can even like add an automation that sends it directly to the email, but I'm just showing you all of the possibilities that we have. All right, now let's say the lead like received the proposal. Let's say they accepted it, then you just turn this status into closed won. And this is gonna allow the lead to show up now in the client's database. As you can see, you can turn them active. You can even set up like their own application password, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Now I'm going to remove this example because I have like other examples that already have like their own projects. For example, if I open Grace and I go into the projects database, you'll be able to find that I already have like a couple of examples. And this is an example for Grace. I can use, and each one of these projects, of course, have their own set of tasks, as you can see. And as I complete them, I'm going to be able to see the progress that I'm making towards that specific project. And this way the clients can be able to see the progress you're making. So I'm just going to use, let's use like Emily, for example. If I open Emily here, I'm going to be able to find that she is a client and she has the email and the password. But before we jump into that, I just want to show you the tasks page, which is also synced to, of course, to the projects database. And this is like an example where you can track of all of your projects across the to-dos database. And finally, we also have like the documents database, which allows you to add like all of the documents that you want to show with the clients. Now I just added like a couple of examples and I'm going to show you how it looks like inside the app. Now, if I go into the Overflow portal, this is an example that I have set up. As you can see, all you have to do is send this link to your clients and they're going to be able to log in using their email and then the access code. So now if you go to the clients database, I'm just going to use Emily Carter, as I've said. Now I'm just going to copy her email. And by the way, these are like fake emails. So if I do this, then go to access code, then it is supposed to be signing the client in. And as you can see, this is the dashboard example. And if you noticed, we are not using any type of Notion access. The only thing that allows the client to be able to see their stuff only is the relation. And we have the relation in between projects and clients, tasks and clients, as well as documents and clients. Since all of these are related to the client's database, it allows them to see their data only. Now to walk you through the portal, of course, this can be customized with Claude Code. As you know, I have no coding experience. This was done by Claude Code. But what you need to understand is how to structure this in Notion. If you don't have it like structured so well in Notion, it's going to fail. So we have like the number of active projects, the overall progress, the number of open tasks, the number of documents, and I can navigate across pages. For example, I can go to a projects page where I can be able to see all of my projects. And if I click here, it is supposed to show me all of the progress with the type of categories of the tasks, their status, their deadlines, and if they're overdue or not. I can go to my documents section and grab any document here and even download them or open them. I can even use a messaging feature. This is one of the best features that I recommend to have like in your portal that you can where you can communicate with the client. But for example, if you go into Emily's page here, we have the Notion native comment section here at the bottom. But if I go ahead and say, hey, can you send me the contract once again? If I do that and I hit send, it is going to be sent. And it is going to be showing up in the comments section, as you can see. And you can even allow your clients to be able to upload files and images and documents throughout like the Notion API, especially for the comments section, and which is a really cool feature. Now, if I reply back and say, hey, Emily, please check the documents section in the app for any files. If I do that, then it is going to be showing up back here in the app, as you can see, like instantly, which is really, really cool. Yeah, now every client is going to be able to see this, and it is super, super useful. And as I've said, you need to make sure that you have all of the relations and all of the logic set up correctly inside Notion. And to also show you how easy it is for your clients to get data instantly is, for example, if I go to projects, I'm just going to remove this project, for example, from that specific client just to show you an example. And then I assign it to Emily Carter. If you go to her project section, you would find that it has been added instantly. And same thing when it comes to changing status or completing the tasks, it is going to be reflected instantly in here, as you can see, which is really perfect and really good. And by the way, I'll leave you the link to this template down below in the description. Along with the prompts that I use for Claude for building and deployment. I've already discussed about this in one of my previous videos. I'll also leave you the link to that video so you can better understand how it is set up. Now, if you want to use Notion AI and get access to the latest Notion features, I'm going to leave you a link in the description where you can get up to 6 free months of the Notion business plan. All you have to do is open the link, then click on unlock your startup offer. Make sure that you're making a request using a professional domain. Notion doesn't accept like requests from personal emails like personal Gmail or an Outlook. So make sure to have that, and either request from an existing workspace or request by creating a new workspace. Fill out the form that they're going to give you, and they're going to give you like access instantly. And that's the loop. A lead comes in, closes itself into a project, and your client tracks the whole progress using their own client portal app with their own logins, and you don't even have to learn how to manage access in Notion. None of that came from a template. It's a process built around how the business actually works. The manual flows hand into AI automation. If you're struggling to set up your own Notion AI automation setup, you can work with me one-on-one using the link in the description. We only have a few spots left. And if you found this video useful, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.
So my name is Matt. I'm one of the co-founders of Dialed Web. We're a full end-to-end digital incubator doing everything from motion graphics to creating some of the most immersive websites in the industry right now. And we've been working with Awab for just over a month now, but we're probably going to continue because of his extreme attention to detail. His team takes on a very tailored approach whenever they begin a project, and they took the time to sit down with us, understand our problems. And in just under 2 weeks, we had an infrastructure that seamlessly slotted in with our workflows and demands. This translated over into being able to spend less time on projects, less manual oversight, and overall, I would really recommend this to anybody who has a wide service offering and have a hard time spending and controlling all of the tasks which are getting done on a day-to-day basis. So if you're feeling skeptical right now, give it a shot, have a consultation, and I'm sure you're going to be surprised with the outcome.
To work on things that really matter for your business.
What's up guys, Manuel here, co-founder of an e-commerce brand group. We started working with OperaFlow a couple of months ago because we had a vision for Notion to build some systems and processes. Especially the communication at OperaFlow is super professional, so they first try to truly understand what you need before they start building. And everything that we have in place right now makes us able to make decisions faster, fully data driven, and a lot of it's automated. So for anyone considering working with OperaFlow, I would highly recommend.
Hey, my name's Joe from Natty Plus Subs, and we brought on OurAb and OperaFlow to basically give ourselves a platform to manage everything in our business. Since bringing them on, we've scaled well past a 7-figure company, and we were well within the 6 figures when we first started with them. We've basically managed to automate everything we've done from start to finish in the business. Any job that anyone needed to do is now not a job anymore. We've basically hired our key players in each role and each discipline, and now we have Notion agents running everything. Everything is automated start to finish. It's honestly been a godsend having him on. His attention to detail is also crazy, and always like suggesting things I wouldn't have thought of too, which is great. I've got a background in tech. I've done a lot of Notion development myself, but after seeing his profile, I was like, all right, I'll give this guy a shot and see if, he can live up to the standard that it looks like, and he did. So it's been awesome working with OurAb. We will be working with OurAb for a long time to come, and I hope he does the same for you.